What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Thanks for stopping by and tuning into another one. You're freaking amazing. So guys, today's episode is a very cool one, and I've been looking forward to it for a very long time. We have YDE on the line. YD, how you doing, man?
Doing great. Thanks for having me on the channel. Ray.
Yeah, it's awesome to have you finally. Guys, I've been trying to get YDE on the channel forever. I feel like a lot of you guys always comment, where's YDE's Spike God? We gotta get him on. So he's here, and we're gonna be getting him on here again in the near future. But the main context of this video is YD, Skyrex, and Elite managed to beat boss fight Insane 16. They literally beat the game. So we're going to be able to see all the gameplay. We're going to start with Insane 14, 15, and then 16, watching them in progression, and we'll see what happens in the very end. Also, you guys, make sure to go check out YD's stuff in the description down below. He has a fantastic YouTube channel, as well as he's a really great player. So I'll put the Twitter as well as YouTube in the description down below. Make sure to go send him some love. Let's get into this. Okay guys, so we're going to be starting off with boss fight Insane 14, so really high up there off the get-going. What you guys seen so far, I believe, is the highest has been Insane 10, at least on my channel. But YD, why don't you go over the general strategy kind of that you guys try to do, because it's literally mirrored from the Insane 10. Is it kind of the same thing?
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. The only thing we changed from the old comp that was really popular before was switching in Cal instead of Colt.
Okay.
And he's the main damage dealer on this one.
It's absolutely
and
insane.
Then there is looking at Elite go. And yeah, the other brawlers, Brawl, you could switch him out with something else, but his main job is to basically go away and get all the meteors, rockets after him, and also just finish up all the small robots that comes next to him. And then the last brawler on the squad, Pam, she is going to keep the Carl alive and just targeting the laser attacks away from the Carl, so he can just focus on swiping so fast as Elite is.
Yeah, it's so, I just have to put in here that it's so freaking satisfying hearing Carl wail away. How much damage he does. Like, he is essential. He's like the cornerstone of the comp, correct? You can't really do it with anyone else.
Yeah, definitely.
And then another brawler that I know is super important is Pam. That healing is super important, right?
Yeah, I would say Pam and Carl, you definitely cannot switch them out. Like, just because they are just so important. Like, the healing turret, like, Pam and Carl, they both need to split the power cubes between them. Because when Pam, she get a power cubes, the turret will also get a lot stronger. And of course there's Carl, and he's just able to do so much damage, especially in the end of game when he's sitting at so many power cubes.
Yeah, do you like try to prioritize a specific brawler like in between Pam and Carl? Is it better for Pam to have the majority or Carl for the damage?
Yeah, this is something that's like really important. And so about boss fight, the most important is the early game, because everything else that sort of reflect of how well the early game goes. So in the early game we need Elite to get all the power cubes.
Okay.
Like Pam maybe get one, and you know it will be fine. You don't need to get like a perfect game, but when Elite is able to get the first 4, he's gonna be able to do so much more damage.
Yeah.
And if you look at the long run, in the end he will be able to get a lot more power cubes in total because of this.
Yeah.
And Pam, she does need some power cubes, because when the boss gets angry, she needs, I would say, around 7 power cubes in order to keep the Carl and the Pam alive. And if she doesn't have any, then she's like just simply not gonna be able to stand up at the boss for so long time.
Yeah, that's one thing that I noticed that I tried to replicate in my Insane 10 video when we tried to do your challenge and I couldn't even get past normal. Was how good you guys are at sharing the damage. Like you'll hop in, you'll have the robot then hit Carl a few times just for you to heal up with the healing station and your star power healing you up. How do you determine that? Is there like a certain like range that you don't let yourself drop below or anything like that? And we can talk, actually we can talk about that once we hop into the next match, because I think you guys are about to win 14. Yeah, that's insane. Okay guys, so next heading into Insane 15, and kind of picking up where we left off. We were talking about, I believe, or re-jog my memory. It was something important. It was like sharing damage, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Like body blocking in between. So let's start off right away in the beginning. I see Bull kind of tanks a little bit, like the first couple hits.
Yeah, in the beginning, Bull, he does help a little bit with the damage because at the beginning, as I said earlier, is so important.
Yeah.
And also in the beginning, there will not spawn any meteors, but then at 26 seconds, there sometimes will spawn a rocket, and just because we don't want to like waste our tickets, the ball will just go away anyway, because you know, if there spawns a rocket on top of us, the turret's gonna go down, the wall's gonna go down, and we're gonna be in a really bad position, and we especially don't want to be in a bad position in the early game.
Yeah, I mean, if someone dies in the early, you quit, correct? You just start over.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's super important.
Like, yeah, everyone, they have to stay alive, and especially in the early game.
Yeah, like is there like milestones that you like have in your guys' head that you know that you're in a good spot to like complete it? Like, is there?
Yeah, definitely. We look at the power cubes. How many power cubes did we get?
Okay.
And also, like when we know it's a really good game, that's when the boss, he didn't charge away like in the first minute.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So, is there a way you can make him so he doesn't charge away, or is it just random?
Yeah, exactly. You need a little bit of luck.
Okay.
But I would say you can do it. Like, it doesn't have to take that many attempts.
Okay.
If you just, you know, play it safe, and then eventually you'll get a good round. And yeah, I would say it's didn't take that many tickets.
Yeah, I saw Skyrex and I were chatting about it a couple days ago, and I saw how many tickets he had. I was like, you guys are devoted boss fight guys. He had like 1,000 tickets. I was like, these guys know what they're doing. These guys are the king of boss fight, I'm telling you. I think the highest I got to is 6, so 16 is just putting it to shame. Also, guys, leave in the comments down below what's the highest boss fight insanity level, whatever you've made it to. I'd be really interested in seeing that. But yeah, this is crazy. I asked YD before, but have you ever gotten to like the God mode while you're in this, or is that kind of game over if you make it that far?
Yeah, I would say if you make it all the way to God mode, you didn't really get a good beginning, or maybe someone, they died with like a lot of cubes or something like that.
Gotcha.
So we didn't get to God mode. I think we actually did get to the level after Furious.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But
it's like enraged or something like that.
yeah.
That's when it starts getting
well,
scary.
We will see the next game. I actually don't even think we got there. I think it was maximum in Furious, so it just went down so quickly.
Yeah, because as you can see, guys, he's like, they're super coordinated with dodging the like machine gun shot that they have. Like there's a slight pause and then it shoots out and they dodge, which is super important of what I'm kind of gaining from the gameplay.
Yeah.
If you can't dodge the shots, you're gonna go down quick. But
yeah, about that, like it's really important you do clockwise so you can get back to the healing.
Yeah. Okay, we'll hop into the next one. Okay, guys, so we're at the final one, creme de la creme, boss fight 16. Doesn't go any further than this. Basically, you win this, you beat boss fight, and at the very end of the video, you'll be able to see kind of what happens when you do complete boss fight, because it was a mystery to these guys going into it as well. It was kind of uncharted territory, which is super fun, but still the same strat, it's still the same team comp, it's still working out just as good. But what we were talking about in the end of that last game was like dodging the shots. As you can see, they're super coordinated with it. Like YDE waits with Pam, and then once he gets the pause, he just knows it's coming. And I was trying to explain this in my video when we were doing Insane 10, or going over the strategy. And I was trying to explain that it's like, it's important to have him face the opposite side right away in the beginning, so Carl is just kind of left alone. And doesn't have to worry about the machine gun shots, which you're just kind of getting in his face. Is there a way you can do that, or I don't know?
Like one thing that was actually a pretty big problem for us was I have to get really far into the boss so it's targeting me, and that way I'm gonna get like a lot of the power cubes, more than I'm supposed to have.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that can be really annoying, and the power cubes spawn randomly. So we sort of, you know, we know sort of how much damage we deal, and when it's gonna spawn, you can feel like, okay, it's gonna spawn in a little bit. I'm gonna get
Just
away.
from the
so you
feel.
can't kinda
That's
grab it.
insane.
But yeah, you can see right here, I'm at more power cubes than him, so it's not really that perfect. But also, we have so many power cubes.
Literally 24.
And we are still
24 at at angry. That's insane. Another thing that I wanted to kind of get into is, and I'm not sure if everyone knows this, but what changes? Just I know it, but I just want everyone else to know it. But what changes in the stages of Insanity? What makes it more difficult?
Yeah. So from every insane level that gets one higher, it's 100k extra health the boss gets. So for us, it's basically nothing, because when we already have that many power cubes, then the boss is just gonna get melted in late game.
Yeah.
Like one shot from me with like 30 power cubes, that's so much damage.
Yeah, as you can see, Carl's doing 2k or 4k, excuse me, right now, and you're doing what, like 800 and something each shot. So 100k, yeah, literally is nothing. It's like the same exact difficulty each way through. Then I want to ask you, how should they make it more difficult? Because I mean, with this strategy out, people are gonna get to 16.
Yeah. So one thing that I don't know if they thought about really is that when you're really close to the boss, you can juke the lasers really easily. And I think what they could change is make it harder to juke the lasers that come off the boss.
Gotcha. Like maybe not like a delay or something, where it just goes off right away. You know what I mean? Because
yeah, but also that's gonna be really, really tough. Also for just everyone playing normally. So I think maybe what they could do also is make the boss destroy walls in the when he's only angry and only at normal level.
Gotcha. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. Then you can't use Carl, and basically without Carl, we would not be able to beat the boss because we would not be able to get all these power cubes.
Now we're at the final stages here. We're at 1% on boss fight 16. What's going through your head at this point? Bet you guys are relieved.
Yeah, we're just like in voice chat, and we're like, okay, this is it.
Let's do.
The
There
boss
we
is gonna go down.
Oh, that's so exciting, man. Now we're gonna get into what they saw once they beat boss fight. Literally beat it. Okay, guys. So probably the moment that a lot of you have been waiting for. What happens when you beat boss fight Insane 16, the final stage on Insane? Well, why don't you take it away? Is it cool or not?
I think it was pretty cool. Not exactly what I expected that would happen. You can see like down in the right corner, it's just some code on the thing where you should set what level you're on. So what I think this sort of tells us is they didn't expect they would actually beat the last level in boss fight. They didn't think anyone would get this far, and I think that's really cool actually. But yeah, I hope there would be a little more, maybe some cool Easter egg or something. But yeah,
that's what we were talking about. Wouldn't have been like super cool if like Supercell hid like something at the very end, like Whitey was saying, like an Easter egg, maybe like a boss fight skin on each of the brawlers that you played. We got a robot Pam, robot Carl, robot Bull. That'd be so epic. But on a scale 1 to 10, or just to ask you, was it more of like kind of a letdown?
I mean, honestly, we're just really happy that we beat it.
Now your names are in the record books for the first ones to actually beat boss fight in its entirety. Maybe we'll see like 25 rounds next time from Supercell. We'll have to see. But oh well.
If they choose to fix it by adding infinite
oh god, that'd be insane. And then the next upload would be YDE reaching boss fight level 150. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. It's super cool to have stuff like this in game. I always get really amped up when cool stuff like this pops up, when someone or a team can do something that's kind of unheard of that you wouldn't expect. But YDE, thanks for coming on the channel. Once again, we got to get you back on for something here in the future.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on the channel. It was really nice time.
Heck yeah. Make sure, guys, once again, check out the links in the description down below to YD's YouTube as well as Twitter and anything else that we talk about after that he wants me to put in there. But yeah, super fun. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to slap a like on it. Really appreciate that. Also, consider hitting that subscribe button down below, being a part of the Ray fam. We would love to have you. So with that being said, make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.